Hey guys, a video I was going to do a couple of days ago. I ended up doing it as a live stream last night, and then I'm still having the issue where I can't upload live videos to YouTube for some reason. So I've just done a little bit of a re-recording. If you watched the stream last night, and there's probably no real need to see this other than the fact that the recording this time around is probably going to be a slightly higher quality. But I am going to start off with the quick little, suppose, news bits first. Before I go through the collection, just for people that saw the collection in the previous video and might have wanted to check this one out. Okay, so yeah, you would have seen Shore Trooper, Rex, I Am Patriot, among a few others, Batgirl, are all in the country and shipping. Hopefully everyone has their orders by now. From what I've seen, there are a lot of happy people to finally have Captain Rex in Australia. And from what I have seen as well, is that even though, yes, we did have to wait quite a while, the price differences were just, it was just much better to wait from what I've seen. And again, we do get that even like with the current Ahsoka Stormtrooper Commander situation. Ahsoka is like 480 plus. Same with the Stormtrooper Commander, and she's like 300 and something from Pop Culture. So it's going to be, it depends what you go. You either spend the extra money to get her quicker, or you just play it patient and wait it out. And I mean, I did look at potentially getting a couple of more figures earlier, but just looking at the prices at the moment, especially that a lot of the Hong Kong vendors have halted their standard shipping to Australia, like as Mus has been doing for the last year or so. It's just like paying $200 to get a Boba Fett shipped is just ridiculous. So like, yeah, okay, the base pack is only 580, but by the time you pay that express shipping, it's 780. So you might as well just pay the $606 from Pop Culture. So yeah, that's why a lot of the time I just wait it out. It's much better with the reward system. And getting that extra 10% and whatnot anyway. And a lot of the time you get 20% off anyway, because if you stack the pennies like I do, you stack your orders, you use 2,000 pennies, you get 2,000 back. So you're always getting 20% off pre-orders, which is phenomenal, by the way, except for the wait. Lego Star Wars is out today. A little bit of a glitch for PlayStation 5 users. If you picked it up from EB and got that deluxe edition with the Season Pass, the Season Pass isn't actually activating properly. It's only giving you the Classic pack, not the Mando pack or the Solo pack or any of the other packs for that matter. I've rang them and they've told me that it's a widespread issue that they're well aware of, that they're chasing it up. The lady I spoke to was pretty adamant that it's because a lot of people complained, how dare you release DLC on day one, and so they've staggered it through from today through to May the 4th. So when you redeem the deluxe edition code, it doesn't actually know what to download because of those hidden timers on the other packs. So for that reason, it only downloads the only pack that's available, which is the classic pack. They honestly couldn't tell me if the Mando pack was supposed to be live today. But again, they said that they would chase it up and that I'd get a phone call or an email. They took all my details, and as they said, it's a really wide issue. It's pretty much every single copy. So I imagine it's nothing they're going to sit on. Otherwise, they don't want every customer to return their collected their deluxe editions, I'm sure. I only got it for the Luke minifig, as I know that those minifigs tend to go up in value every so often. Not that I ever sell them or anything, but I've still got the sealed X-Wing that came with the last Lego Star Wars game, so it's just something to keep in mind, I suppose. There should be a new wave of vintage hitting as well, vintage collection. Dates have jumped around a little. Some people already have the Ahsoka and the Mandalorian Death Watch, simply for the fact that Target got a couple of cases in early, and that they hit stores. Zing have been moving around the dates. They're sitting around early May at the moment, but I have a feeling that they'll be bought forward, and that those retro figures should be coming out sometime soon as well. There's a whole heap of new Black Series, but as I've said before, I'm out of the Black Series. If I see them, I might post them or tell people where they are, but I can't do the vintage collection, Hot Toys, and the Black Series. It's just way too much. So it's just a decision I've made to completely get rid of the Black Series, which is fine. I prefer the 6 scale figures anyway, even though we don't have the range of characters. What we've got now is pretty damn good to what we originally started with. But yeah, news-wise, I think that's probably about it. The Indiana Jones movie supposedly wrapped filming a short while ago. I did see an article about that, which is going to be interesting. And then if you've seen, we've got the Queen Studio, stuff coming out. Though at the moment, it looks like that it's going to be quite expensive if you don't order it directly from Hong Kong. But I've got DX11, so I've got really no interest in picking up that new Joker. Yeah, the magnetic hands and stuff sound pretty cool, but unless they do a character that hasn't been made yet, I don't think I would invest in that just yet. Alright. So, I am just going to quickly duck around. I was just gonna double check a couple of these light switches before I go through anything. Oh yeah, that one on the is off. Turn that one on. So yeah, I have left a pretty big gap between my Modja cases. And the wall. Alright, starting off with the Marvel stuff. So you can see the Avengers. I did pick up some additional risers, which I mentioned in the last video. So I'm gonna probably have a play around when I get a chance. Definitely make Toby a bit higher. Move it around so I can get Hulk, push Panther back into that corner too maybe. I'm hoping that will allow me to put Miles in the gap there with Gwen maybe. Or I might just I might shift a couple of these guys that are in this shelf up and go from there. But yeah, one of the issues I found is that the wrist peg on Thor is just not strong enough to hold Stormbreaker up, so that does happen every so often. It takes about a week or so to happen. But yeah, we've got I don't like having a lot of variants of all the different characters too, so I generally only have one of each out on display, unless it's of course like different actors. So yeah, we've got the Toby and the Holland Spider-Man there. Coming down, we do have Hela, Thanos, Ultron. Got good old Trevor, Red Skull, Killmonger, the original Electro. It'd be interesting to see if the new Electro actually comes out. Miles and his cat. We got Gwen. I do apologize for the reflections coming off the acrylic. And then I've got a few DC figures in there as well. Just because at the time I was just taking out what I could and trying to fit stuff in. Venom looking amazing. I did just place my Carnage pre-order yesterday as well. I've got a few of the Justice League. I am considering selling the original Nightmare Batman, and perhaps ordering the 2-pack with the Snyder cut Superman, a couple of extra Iron Man armors, and an extra Holland. Pretty much the only variants I have. Banner, Pepper, of course Hulkbuster, Doctor Who shelf. We've got some Blitzway, and of course the Damn Toys Corleone. I just love how amazing the Damn Toys Corleone is. And of course, we've got the RoboCop stuff. I must have missed another light switch. That's right, we can see them without the lights. Got the clones, the Darkseid Anakin. So I generally only get one of each trooper. The only exception was I picked up an extra deluxe and an extra standard for the 501st, so I could have all the helmets on display. And I am actually going to swap out one of those other Phase 2 helmets for the orange one. So I am going to have 2 with the orange helmet. Got the Sideshow Rex there, and of course the other Sideshow Clone Troopers. The Hot Toys, it's an awesome combination. I'm going to use those risers that I was talking about before to fix up Windu and a few of those other Jedi there. As you can see. There we go. Much better. So yeah, I'm going to fix up the Jedi there and have them raised. And I've got my Phase 1 clones. I've got the Phase 1 clones on this side because they didn't necessarily obviously do Order 66. I've got the 2 Phase 2 clones there just to kind of show the evolution with the white clone trooper there. So I figured it'd go well. Got Grievous, the battle droids again. I want to eventually get, couldn't pick any up this time around, but there are some thicker risers that I've seen around the place. I'm going to try and get a couple of those for the steps to raise the steps up. A lot of people don't like the Sideshow Grievous. This is the original one. I've never actually had a problem with the joints like this. The single armed joints were a bit loose, but I've not had a problem with the attack arms, which is fine. We've got the holographic Darth Sidious from Comic Con all those years ago, Melgus, Dooku, Ventress, all those Sideshow battle droids, Jango, the troopers, again a mixture of Sideshow and Hot Toys, the Sideshow Commander there. Now this shelf here was kind of, I suppose, just a little bit of Bad Batch inspired. We saw the clones taking orders from the newer Stormtroopers and whatnot. So I know Wolf didn't actually take part in 66. So when the Bad Batch comes out, I am going to shift him over. But I thought it'd be cool, have the leftovers with some Scout Troopers and of course the Shore Troopers. If you saw the recent videos, we do have all 3 of them now, which is awesome. And of course, we have the Empire shelf. Lots of space there for if we get any more high-level Imperials or Guards. So a lot of red here. And of course, we have the Executioners and Phasma. So a mixture of the old and the new, and even the Shock Troopers. It's just so good having all the different troopers again. And then more standard Imperial shelf. We've got the exclusive chromes, and then a mixture of all the different troopers. These are all different. The only trooper that is the same is the Sideshow Black Hole Trooper. There are 2 of those. All the others are different numbered Hot Toys. So, for example, here we do have the Standard and the Deluxe Return of the Jedi. And then there's a 2-pack Trooper and the single pack Trooper. For those of you that aren't aware, they actually all have different heights. So that was my main reason for picking those ones up. And I didn't get the single Snowtrooper because the 2-pack and the singles were identical. So I didn't see the point. But as you saw before, I do have the Deluxe and the Standard Scout Trooper. Then we have, again, a mixture of Sideshow and Hot Toys, new and old. And we've got 2 Marmot Stormtroopers there as well, which is quite cool. The Dewback and the old Sideshow Imperial Droids, which are fabulous. Then we have the Rebellion. And again, we have the classic heroes and our new heroes. Light side Anakin as opposed to the dark side Anakin that was with the 501st. The old Sideshow Rebels. I'm going to get a riser and rise him up, which will hopefully let me move some of them over. K2, you can't actually see it, but there's a huge gap between Anakin and Antilles there. I'm hoping the Bad Batch will just slot in behind them. But the plan for later on as well is this spot here. This crate is all full of starships and Hot Wheel cars. And you can see I've got the Legacy Falcon, the Vintage Collection Falcon, and a few Transformers and whatnot there. I am going to eventually get another stack of cases to fill that gap in there. So then we will be well and truly set room-wise. Got Jabba's Palace, the Sideshow and Hasbro Gamorreans. And you can see the massive difference between those. Even the massive difference between the Sideshow Hot Toys and Hasbro Jawas. Cad Bane, hopefully we get the new Hot Toys Bane soon for a reveal. Interesting that actually got leaked before his appearance on Boba Fett. Then we have the Mandalorian. Rex is going to jump up in that gap behind Kylo Ren as well. I just haven't gotten to that yet, and I need to go back into the box and pull out the hands for Heavy Mando. I didn't actually realize that I forgot his trigger hand, so I need to go get that. Then we just have a mixture of people that we would find in cantinas from different things. So we've got White Earp, Billy the Kid, Spike Spiegel, Greedo, Alita, obviously our awesome cantina band, then OG Mando, then we have the rest of the Mandalorian there. Really frustrating that we don't have the armor yet. I am actually going to ring Pop Culture tomorrow and see if I can find out what the hell's going on with the armor and the EXO stuff. We've waited an insanely long time for them. So just going back to where I had Ecto 1, got the Ghostbusters and Ecto 1, and then I have a few more figures that I've just been putting out. So we've got Dracula, some Fate figures, if you're aware of the anime. We've got the X-File figures, again a mixture of the old Sideshow Doggett and the new stuff. Got a Metacom, Makoto Kusanagi, Blade. I had to do the height on the shelf isn't good for the stands, and the Sideshow stands are thicker than the Hot Toys ones. So unfortunately, the Big Trouble in Little China figure is just a tiny bit too tall for the shelf. That's why he looks awkward and crouching. Got Smoking Man there from Sideshow. A couple of the old Alien figures from X-Files. Winchester. Got Amber and Baby Doll. We've got the Enterbay J&K. A few horror figures there. And then a couple more anime figures. And then some of those titanium ships. So this is stuff that is actually still in the boxes. If you've seen my previous videos and whatnot, I do have a fair bit of, I have a fair few D12s from the old setup, still in Brisbane. When I get those, this wall here is going to be all Detolfs, and these figures are going to fill that. It will just be a case of sliding them over as I fill each Detolf, and then the boxes themselves are going to go up here. So all these boxes are the empty ones for the figures that are displayed here. The only one that's not is being the Hulk. And then that's the Infinity War Thor, not the Endgame Thor. Alright, so moving over here, we have the Hasbro stuff. We do have the 89 Batmobile. So by no means is this a obviously complete collection, but it's just different things that I've picked up over the years or just had. So we've got the old scenes, got some legacy packs, Clone Wars, Padme in a star case. Then we've got the vintage collection. So some of it's going to be the older stuff and most of it is the newer stuff. I was able to finally get the Droids figures. Apparently Big W is having a 20% off on Thursday. So if you've still got Droid figures, they're going to come down apparently. Then we've got Solo Rogue One. I've tried to split it up into stuff. So we've got the Expanded Universe and Clone Wars, some Indiana Jones stuff, Mandalorian, Return of the Jedi, Empire, and then New Hope. But you can see that there are so many gaps. So again, it's by no means anywhere close to having every vintage collection figure. But I was still in high school when that was at the height of its popularity, I believe. I do have a fair few. So the only Black Series figure I am keeping is the George Lucas. We've got the Navarro Cantina that came out. And again, they're just going to be different vehicles. Slave One at the back there. There's a signed DeLorean. Some newer figures, some older figures. The coin collection figures. So, and then Legacy collection. So again, I do have a fair few gems. The older stuff, which is still nice, but just all stuff that I'm gonna be keeping sealed. Again, we have some of the more recent figures. And then the Black Series helmets. And again, I'm going to have probably a Detolf, 2 Detolfs here with the helmets inside them. We'll see how we go. Because yeah, the helmets are just sitting up there. The other thing is though, is you can see that there are some other Hasbro boxes and whatnot. So other than the Ecto-1 box, behind there is actually all empty. There's 2 rows of boxes here that's just other Hasbro stuff, like some more vehicles like the Force Awakens, Millennium Falcon, a few AT-ATs, things like that. And then there's the 6-scale stuff. And then there's a very small row of a couple of extra deluxe boxes that I haven't brought down here yet, just because I didn't want everything on the floor. But yeah, it's coming together quite nicely, and I'm really happy. I need to clean up the table a little bit. Again, these were just figures that I didn't have in boxes when I originally moved, so they've just been sitting on the table here, but they've got no issues or anything. DeLorean. So yeah, that's just a bit of a collection room update for you guys. Got lightsabers, the old Sideshow figures that are in the boxes, some more lightsabers over there. But yeah, as I said, if there is a particular figure you want me to take a closer look at, let me know. I really don't mind doing a video of an older figure. I've noticed that even, I noticed that I did it, I started doing it quite a long time ago when I was still in a certain group, and then another person started doing it. And since that person has started doing what we call flashback reviews, Sideshow themselves have started doing it as well. So it's by no means, so yeah, I have no problem doing it. If people want to see a closer look at different figures, I'm all for that. we all share, like I said, we all share information. And in the previous video, I did thank James and Greg, Ray, Dale, all those guys, Daniel, that do post things to the group, as we do try to share things as soon as we find out things. And I do try to do it straight away, but I'm not always first, especially with work and whatnot. So it's really cool that those guys can jump in and share different things. And yeah, and like I said, of course, we also try to keep on top of our icon changes and whatnot. And when we find out shipping information and that, we do always try and post that and make it known, which I think is one of the unique things about us. Even though this is quite a small group, I think we're lucky that we're one of the more knowledgeable groups, because I see a lot of questions and stuff being asked, and it's simple things that we drop information on constantly. So yeah, again, if you have any questions, just ask, and we'll try and get to the bottom of it. Apologies for not having the tripod, but I did just want to show off the room, and I found the easiest way to do that was to just walk around. Hopefully it wasn't too bad, as I did walk a lot slower than I did last time. So yeah, guys, thanks for checking out the collection video, and catch you guys in the next video.